So how do we subtract in base 2? You know the rule. We're never going to see 2 or higher. Instead, borrow 2, right? In base 2, we're always going to be borrowing 2. We're never going to see 2 or higher. All right, here we go. We want to subtract 1 from nothing, but we can't get it. We start on the right side. You can't take 1 from nothing, so you got to go borrow. But this is your broke friend. There's nothing to borrow there. So you move on down the line to your next friend. There we go. There we find a friend with some money, right there. So that's where we need to go. Go to that friend with the money and cross this out. Make a 0. We're borrowing 1 from him. And what do we bring? 2, right? Why 2? Because we're borrowing 2 in base 2. You always borrow the base number. You carry or borrow the base number. So we borrow 2. Now this friend has money, right? Now we can borrow from him. So borrow from him, take 1 away from him, and bring how much? 2, right? Because whenever you borrow the base number, you borrow 2. All right, so now this is 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. Minus 1 is 1. And we can do the next column. 1 minus 1 is 0. We can do that. Next column we can't do. 0 minus 1. We can't do that. We can't take 1 from 0. So what are we going to do? We're going to borrow, right? We're going to borrow from this guy. Go 1. You always go 1 column to the left and borrow. So take 1 away from that. That's going to leave 0. And how much is it going to bring? It's going to add 2. Did you track with that? 2 plus 0, which equals 2. So now 2 minus 1 is 1. The last column is just 0. You don't need to write that. The answer is just 101. Did you see that last action? Did you do that too quickly? So coming back here, so this guy had 1. I borrowed from it, made it 0, brought 2, added to the 0 that was already there, right? Whenever we borrow the base number, 2. So I borrowed 2, brought 2 to the next column, added to the 0 that was already there. That made 2. Minus 1 leaves 1. Is that good? Questions on that? That's subtracting in base 2.